What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about 8 must visit cities in Norway. To be completely honest, most Americans probably can't name a single Norwegian city, except for Oslo, maybe. It's a bit embarrassing, actually. So today, I'm very interested in learning about 8 of the most interesting sort of places in Norway, cities that you must visit in Norway, and what exactly they have to offer. So let's take a look.
In this video, I'll introduce you to 8 must-visit cities in Norway, from the
Okay.
bustling streets of the capital to some coastal and Arctic gems.
Oh, okay.
Oslo.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. I was saying this is probably the city that Americans might be able to name in Norway. Very famous, for good reason. But I'm glad it's on the list because I do want to learn more about it.
Welcome to Oslo, the capital of Norway and a city that truly has something for everyone.
Wow.
From its stunning architecture and rich cultural heritage to its diverse food scene, Oslo is a must-visit destination for any traveller keen to understand modern Norway.
That's true. That's true. If you're trying to understand modern Norway, like the most populated place in Norway, where probably a lot of the stuff happening in Norway is probably happening in Oslo. It's like going to the United States here and visiting New York City or something. It's kind of that same thing if you want to get that experience. Although this seems a lot more peaceful. Like for Norway's capital city, this seems so peaceful. Everyone seems so like normal and nice. The architecture of these buildings is beautiful. Never seen anything like it. Okay, let's let's keep going.
Highlights of Oslo include Oslo Opera House,
Yeah.
a stunning example of modern architecture that offers
Yeah.
wonderful views across the city and the fjord.
Oh, it's so cool. I'm gonna end up saying this so many times today, but the fact that a lot of Norway's cities are built on water makes it so beautiful. Like, so beautiful. And yeah, it seems like Norway does build a lot of very modern looking buildings, like this opera house.
And Vigeland Sculpture Park, home to over 200 sculptures by Gustav Vigeland,
Right,
including
right.
this famous monolith. The
Ah,
park is open all day, every day, and is one of the best free tourist attractions in all of Scandinavia.
oh, that's cool. I don't think we could have something like this in the United States. I feel like people would try to like chip off some of the statue. People would try to like either damage or steal some of these statues if this was in America. We can't have nice public things like this so much, unfortunately.
It's Norway's biggest city by far, but that doesn't mean access to nature is any less in Oslo.
Wow.
The city is surrounded by forest, and on weekends locals love nothing more than riding the city metro into the forest to enjoy a hike through nature or skiing in the winter.
I mean, that's just so cool. That's so cool. Like, if all the major cities in America are very, very city, very artificial, Norway is, I mean, it's so special looking. Like how even in Oslo, the biggest city, you're connected with nature. Nature is right there if you just want to take the train or something. That's, I mean, I could see where that would just be such a nice place to live. Like to have that instead of the sort of cold, like cities, skyscrapers, and just endless, like artificial stuff that we have in American cities. I think this just seems so much more peaceful.
In recent years, several new museums have opened, putting Oslo well and truly on the global map for art and culture.
Okay.
The colossal new National Museum is home to one of the biggest collections of art, architecture, and design in Northern Europe.
All right. Norway, Oslo has the scream. This picture. That's right.
Elsewhere, the Munch Museum's architecture may be controversial, but it has given one of Norway's most beloved artists the space his work deserves.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. What is this? Oh, this is Bergen. Okay.
Bergen.
Oh, what a great shot. At nighttime, man, and it's on the water again, I can't stress that enough. It's so cool how Norway is sort of configured as a country with the coastline and all the water accessed like when you're in cities. Oh my gosh. This is a beautiful shot.
Norway's second biggest city is Bergen, a
Okay.
charming city on the western coast.
Okay.
Known as the
Okay.
gateway to the fjords, Bergen is a picturesque destination that offers visitors
Wow. Look at how like the houses and buildings are built on the side of a hill as well.
a wonderful blend of history, culture, and natural beauty.
Yeah.
Most travellers head for the Floban funicular railway that whisks them up to the top of Mount Flyen for this fantastic panoramic view of the city.
Yeah.
While
Yeah, I mean it's funny cuz it's like you want to go like to Bergen here and like explore the city, but also you just want to get away and go up this mountain so you can look at the city as
visitors
well.
admire the view, the locals head off into the forest on one of the many hiking trails that start from
Of
here.
course, of course, of course. There's also hiking trails and nature as well. Of course there is. Wow.
Back down in the city centre, the historic district of Bryggen is the
Wow.
city's most iconic attraction.
Okay.
A UNESCO World Heritage Site, Bryggen is full of colourful wooden buildings and narrow alleyways that
What a fascinating design. Brigand. Like all the stuff is attached. It's a very unique style as well, and it looks like they're made out of wood.
were once a thriving trading centre for the Hanseatic League.
Oh.
More history can be found in one of Bergen's leafy suburbs. A ride on the light rail system and a short walk brings you to Fantoft Stave Church. Lovers of
Oh.
history and architecture will appreciate this remarkable wooden church.
Oh, there's a stave church in Bergen. I didn't know that. I learned about these churches in another video. They're amazing, made of wood, super historical. That's another great reason to go to Bergen for the. I didn't know there's a stave church.
Reconstructed after arson destroyed the original in the 1990s.
Oh, wow.
Bergen is also ideally placed for boat trips, whether that's just around Bergen Harbour, out to a nearby fjord, or even the start of the coastal voyage.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, what is this?
Trondheim,
Trondheim.
my home city for
Oh my god. They're all on water. Like all Norwegian cities are built on water, like at least from what I've seen. That is, I mean, the views in Norway are unbelievable. Not just nature. Norway has a way of making the cities like harmonize with nature or be built on the water. The cities in Norway are just like they just look nice and cool. And there's nothing like this in the United States. Nothing like this.
almost 10 years now. Trondheim is Norway's knowledge capital. It's home to
Oh.
NTNU, the country's main university for science and
Oh.
technology,
Okay.
and a whole host of related industries.
Oh, I didn't know that. Knowledge in Trondheim. And university. Okay.
The most visited tourist attraction is Nidaros Cathedral. Built,
Okay.
extended, rebuilt, and renovated over many centuries, the cathedral is an important symbol
Wow.
of Norway's religious and cultural heritage.
Wow.
For fans of architecture, this is one of the best examples of Gothic
Oh my god. This thing is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I don't really, as an American, I don't associate this kind of Gothic cathedral, castle style with Norway. So this is really interesting.
architecture in Northern Europe. Its most notable feature is its intricate west front, adorned with a huge number of sculptures.
Whoa. Holy cow. Look at that. The statues built into the cathedral. That's unbelievable.
The Bocklanden neighbourhood is a charming old town neighbourhood of cobbled streets and sidewalk cafes. It's right by the Old Town Bridge that provides this famous view along the city's river.
Oh, yeah. That's a good view. Man, it looks cold.
Trondheim's tram is a great way to see more of the city. It trundles through the city centre and then the residential suburbs as it makes its way high up to the Bjorsen neighbourhood.
What? There's a tram that like goes through the suburbs? Oh, you don't see stuff like this in America. I don't know. maybe in our like biggest cities, but not a I've never seen a tram like this that goes out to like neighborhoods or the suburbs. It leaves the city? Wow.
At the end of the line, you will find yourself in the middle of the forest by this
Oh,
peaceful lake, the starting
wow.
point of many hiking trails.
Wow. The nature. The nature again.
Stavanger.
Stavanger.
Norway's energy capital is home to many multinational companies, but the downtown area retains its charm, especially in Gamla Stavanger, or Old.
Wow. Again, built on the water. Again. I won't stop saying that. And this is also the geography of Norway is so fascinating. Like how the buildings are built on different levels, different hills and stuff. It's amazing, and it creates a beautiful effect.
Old Stavanger. This neighbourhood of a few hundred white wooden houses is right by the
Oh,
cruise port, and a walk through the hilly cobbled streets really does feel like a journey through time.
I was just about to say, just about to say, what the heck? This looks like you're gone 1,000 years into the past. This is old Trondheim?
Yet this is no museum. People live here today, and they are fiercely proud of their homes.
People live here. These homes must be very, very expensive, like really in demand, because these are amazing and historical and located right in the city, it looks like.
Elsewhere in Stavanger, the city's main attractions
Oh,
include the diverse collection of street art and the
oh,
Petroleum Museum, a surprisingly family-friendly destination that tells the story of Norway's oil and gas industry.
oh my gosh, these are so cool. These cities are so freaking cool. And they all have their own unique, they're all very Norwegian looking, whatever that means. I mean, they're by water, and the buildings are sometimes wooden, and they incorporate nature, and they're very approachable. They're all very Norwegian, but each city is also unique in its own way.
But most tourists visit Stavanger because of its proximity to the Lysefjord.
And then you have something like this. Like, and you know, wherever you are in the world, you can kind of build the city how you want. But you can't just put this. You can't just have this by your city. This is Norway, specific to Norway. This is unbelievable that Norwegians live by this.
And Preikestolen, or Pulpit Rock. Cruises and bus tours to both locations leave daily from the city.
All right, right. Oh my God, what is this? I mean, it's just like out of a fairy tale. It's out of a story or something. This literally looks like a fantasy to me. Like, I did not know places could look like this in real life. With the islands, the city on like built on the water, all the nature. Norway's ability to have nature incorporated into the cities is something I'm really, really sort of appreciating here today. It's amazing.
Ålesund.
Ålesund. Okay.
Perhaps the most distinctive Norwegian city, Ålesund is famous for its Jugendstil or Art Nouveau influenced architecture.
Okay.
But while the curving lines and turrets of downtown Ålesund are a major tourist attraction, they are a result of tragedy. During a winter storm in 1904, fire raged through the then largely wooden settlement, destroying much of where today's city centre now stands.
What? This was all destroyed by a fire? Like 100 years ago. Well, that's very sad, but I have to say, it looks freaking beautiful. Now, they did a great job rebuilding it.
Ambitious young designers funded by German money came together to rebuild the city in the fashion of the time.
Wow. Wow, the statues. Oh, that's it? That's all we get to see? Okay. Oh man, I almost wish this would be longer. This is Tromsø.
Tromsø,
Okay.
the biggest city in northern Norway, Tromsø is a centre of
Oh.
Arctic traditions and culture.
Ooh, northern Norway. So northern Norway kind of has its own traditions, sort of its own culture within Norway, I guess. Is this city split into two by a bridge? That's interesting.
A surprisingly vibrant city considering its location,
Okay.
Tromsø is a major tourist attraction because of the midnight sun and the northern lights.
Oh, I was gonna say, it gets difficult to live the more north you go. But you get stuff like this. You get the northern lights. You can actually see those? You can actually see these lights from this city? Wow.
The
Wow.
city's most iconic building is the Arctic Cathedral,
Oh, this thing. This Arctic Cathedral. Yeah, somewhere along the line I've definitely seen this before.
which hosts midnight sun concerts late on summer evenings. Back
Okay.
in the central area, the old wooden Tromsø Cathedral
Oh,
is another landmark of northern Norway.
okay. It's not a. It doesn't. Oh, this isn't it. I was gonna say, it doesn't look as cold as I would expect, but there is some snow on the ground. Now, where is Kristiansand? Because this looks really beautiful. Like they're on a beach. It's sunny out. Where's this?
Kristiansand. Down on Norway's southern coastline, Kristiansand is known as a summer city.
That explains it. I was like, this looks different. This looks like a beach, like warm, which I don't always associate with Norway. This is south. This is southern Norway. That makes perfect sense.
Norwegian visitors enjoy the city's beaches and recreational area along much of the waterfront.
Okay. So, do Norwegians in other parts of Norway travel here for like a warmer experience? Or I think Norwegians will travel like to other countries to vacation as well, actually.
The old town Porsvien is known for its wooden houses full of historic charm, while
Ah,
Odderøy is a rocky island extending out from the city centre full of hiking trails.
yep, there's the nature. Wow. Yeah, built on the and here they're all by water. All of these cities are by water. Huh. Just can't get away from the water. And why would you? This is Bodo?
Bodø.
Boda.
This small city in northern Norway is seen by many as merely a stopping point on the way to the Lofoten Islands, with the
Okay.
nearby Saltstraumen Maelstrom one of the few tourist attractions of
Oh, this maelstrom. Like a whirlpool. What the heck?
note.
Okay.
So why then does it make this list? For
Yeah.
one simple reason. In 2024, Bodø becomes a European capital of culture.
Okay.
It will be only the third Norwegian city to hold the title, and the first time ever a city north of the Arctic Circle has done so.
Bordeaux is going to become a capital of culture in Norway. So they were saying this is not necessarily the most popular Norwegian city because it is very north. It can be a bit of a traveling point, a stopping point, but it's getting like a recognition this year, I guess.
To hold the title, and the first time ever a city north of the Arctic Circle has done so.
Oh, okay.
That means Bodø will be the centre of attention in Norway for many months to come.
Oh, okay. I'm not exactly sure what this title means for Boda, but that's cool. That's interesting. So they're going to get some attention for this. Okay.
I hope you enjoyed this whirlwind tour of the best cities in Norway to visit.
Yes.
What's your favourite city in Norway?
It was a whirlwind tour. It went by very quickly. I almost wish this were a little longer, but this was a great little way to get a snapshot of all these amazing Norwegian cities. This video was by Life in Norway, and I gotta give it a like. I love taking a look at the Norwegian cities, just for my own self as an American to kind of refresh myself what the Norwegian cities are besides Oslo, and just to see how beautiful and unique they are, so different to American cities in so many ways. Holy cow. This is really like sort of inspirational to take a look at. I really actually enjoyed this a lot. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on these Norwegian cities, or if there's any other Norwegian cities you thought should have made this list. That'd be interesting. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and Norwegian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.